Here's a hack that I've used in the last 6 months to rapidly grow my leads and improve my sales. In this video, I'm going to walk you through a strategy that Apple and many entrepreneurs use to take their business to the next level. So in this episode, I'm going to talk you through how over the last 6 months, I've modeled a giant corporate-based business, and I've done this throughout my whole almost 20-year career in business. So I want to talk you through first mover versus smart follower. There's two types of self-employed individual, business owner, or entrepreneur, and you need to decide which one you want to be. Now, it does depend on the situation, the product or the service, or what you are releasing, but this hack will save you time, it will save you energy, and it will enable you to release something better than what is already out there in the marketplace. So first, let's look at Apple, Steve Jobs, and Tim Cook. They are not an innovator. They are an improver. Even James Dyson of Hoovers does exactly this strategy. They're not the first one to release a phone. James Dyson was not the first one to release a Hoover. But what they do is take a concept that is already out there in the marketplace, something that is already working, and they make it what visually looks 10 times better. They improve all of the individual pieces of that product and make it stand out. Again, taking themselves from something that is commoditized into something that is decommoditized. In my business career, I've used this method many times. I am a smart follower most of the time. I will look at what is working in another industry, see what someone else is doing where they're having huge success, and then I will try and model that and do a very similar thing. So take 2016, for example. When I started all over again as a self-employed mortgage expert, and I came back to mortgages after a 10-year break because of the credit crunch, I saw a guy called Jamie Alderton in the fitness space doing video, sharing his story, taking you on his journey of leaving the army to creating his own fitness space and becoming an online PT. And guess what? He was my first online PT. We're now quite good friends. And in 2016, I started with posting on social media. I started doing video in the June. I went live in the November of 2016. And I was the pioneer of doing it in the mortgage industry. I was the first one to be a content creator, to produce video, and to release my book in 2018, The Self-Employed Mortgage Guide. Now, there is a whole industry full of content creators talking about mortgages and specializing in that space. So after my book came out in 2018, my industry started asking me for help. They wanted to know how I was producing content, how I was doing my videos, how I was fitting that in and around, giving the advice, being the salesperson, doing the admin, building my team, implementing systems and all this stuff. And I started to do a little bit of, training on the side inside a Facebook group. And then it got too much. There was too many questions, not enough time in the day. I had to be rewarded and paid for the time that I was investing. So in the March of 2019, I launched my first membership. Back then it was called the Pro Academy. Today, the evolution of that is called Success Circle. And I just did a training every Tuesday, 7 p.m. in the evening. I created some slides and I taught them stuff that was working for me. So again, I saw something that worked in 2016, someone else in doing it, and then I put it my own spin on it and did it in my own way in 2019. And I've used that strategy over and over again, being the smart follower in a new area, but being the first mover in my area. Now, how can you apply that strategy to your business? Where is something that is not quite working or you are feeling could be improved? Final example is in the last 6 months, we have for the first time ever started running Google Ads. From 2016 right the way up until around about 2021, 2022, everything we did from a lead generation perspective was entirely organic, leveraging my personal brand, a specific niche, and going after social media, content creation, video, written, audio, and just being consistent and omnipresent across all channels. There comes a point in order to grow and scale where you need more predictable lead generation. So in starting our Google Ads, I brought somebody in who can run the Google Ads, but I wanted to see what other businesses are doing. How many times are they phoning the inquiry? What is the email and follow-up sequence like? Rather than trying to figure it all out on my own, went through 5 or 6 different businesses' funnels to learn exactly what they are doing, and then put my own spin on what I think based on my previous experience. And guess what? Funnily enough, there wasn't much difference. They're making 10 calls across 3 days. They're sending multiple emails. They're chucking out text messages. We've taken what was already there from the research that we've done, using my marketing skill and knowledge that is in the lead generation guide, and taking it to an entirely new level. We're generating Google leads for around about 12 to 15 pounds. We've had 100 in the last couple of months, and my team are converting them at a very, very high level. So it's all about how you take something that's already there, apply it to your own business and make it better. So look at where your pain, frustration, anxiety, stress, worry is in your business right now, and go and become a smart follower rather than a first mover. Thanks very much indeed for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Let me know what you think in the comments or any favored social media channel. I look forward to seeing you on the next episode. Peace out.